Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Dre. I just got finished watching this video called Hood Mothers in Atlanta Get Tased by a Security Guard. And this is some crazy shit. Uh, Watching this video, you know, as a black man, you can't help but be embarrassed, or just a black person in general, um, because this is what we call quote unquote nigga moments. Uh, During the video, these two women are verbally abusing this security guard. And it all basically started when one of the kids was outside screaming by the strip mall, and the security guard kind of looks over and yells over at the kid. He just says, "Hey," to kind of get them to calm down. So then they get bent out of shape, come over, talk about, "Don't yell at my kids," blah, blah. Now, they get up in this man's face, not realizing that he's got a camera. He's got it on his chest. So while they're sitting there talking shit to him, one of them comes up, you know, pimples all over her chest, blowing a hot, steamy ass breath all up in his face. Both of them are cussing him out, calling him everything but a black man, nigga, pussy, motherfucker, all kinds of shit. And the worst part about it is a couple of the kids start talking about, "You gay, you gay." I mean, it's embarrassing that they would even allow the kids to even talk like that. But that just lets you know the type of environment that they're raising the kids in. And it's not for me to judge because, at home things can be peaceful. But the way these kids act, they don't just pick that shit up. They've been doing it. And, so the parents aren't right for that. But the worst part about it is the fact that they're sitting there making an ass of themselves out in public in front of a strip mall. A lot of people start gathering around watching to see what's going on. Security guard, he decides to take the high road. He's still jawing back with him, but he goes inside the strip mall entrance just to kind of put some distance between himself and them. All the while, they're sitting there talking shit to each other. One of them talking about she's going to go back into the mall. And, he's sitting there saying, "Okay, we'll see." As the kids start coming in, he's sitting there just saying, "Come get your kids." So she gets all ass chafed and comes up to the security guard in his personal space, pimply ass chest, hot steamy breath right there. So he pushes her off just to kind of get some distance. Next thing you know, she decides to take the offensive and she starts swinging at him. He's sitting there just telling her, "Back it up, back it up." And she just sitting there, his camera shaking, so there's a bit of commotion going on. Next thing you know, he pulls out a tase gun and bam, zaps that ass. Her black ass stiffened up and fell to the ground. Now, it's truly amazing what a couple of 100,000 volts of electricity will do to put some act right in your silly ass when it hits you. And that's what happened to her. All of a sudden, when he's approaching her, her silly ass wanted to back up. Now, her man, who knows where the fuck this nigga's been, but he was inside the strip mall, all the commotion going on, and he didn't even think for a moment that something could be popping off. So he comes out, sees his woman on the ground, kids are screaming, thinking the mama's dead. He pulls out the little cables from her arms where she got zapped with that stun gun, and then he gonna get mad at the security guard talking about, "You gonna do this in front of my kids." I tell you what, if I was that security guard, the way them kids are talking to me, I would have blasted their little punk asses too. But that's just me. Like I said, teach them some goddamn respect. But it's just amazing how this shit happened. And then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of other people talking about tasing a woman and stuff like that. Look, this woman had it coming to her. And it's funny how the one that first came up to him started yelling at him. When her friend was getting the black ass zapped, she didn't have nothing to say. She backed off. She's sitting there thinking, no reason for both of us to get our asses kicked. So she was smart in that instance. She distanced herself from what was going to happen to her. But everyone else all of a sudden gathered around when this woman got zapped. But prior to that, they were just watching. They were spectators. And then all of a sudden they want to come to her rescue when she gets hit with that electricity. We got to do better than this, black people. We really do. There's a reason why certain people have a perception of us. And I'm not saying that we all have to represent each other as black people. But some of the stupid shit that some of us do, it makes us all look dumb. These motherfuckers set us back another 400 years. And it's just a shame that we have to work harder simply because of the ignorance of some. Not every black person is like this. And it's not, once again, it's not for me to judge. Because like I said, there probably are decent people in the home. But out in public, they really didn't show it. So, this woman, she had it coming to her. All she had to do is step the fuck back. All she had to do is give herself some distance and let the shit de-escalate. No one likes to have someone just yell over at the kids. She could have approached them. They could have exchanged a few words, and then she could have just went on the way. But all of a sudden, she felt like she had to have a boost of testosterone, and she had to get the last word. Oh, she got the last word all right. Ouch. That's all she could say. And I bet that shit hurt. And then when I looked at some of the other information on YouTube, you know, she got in trouble with the courts because of how things went down. So it's a double whammy for her because she got that weed blasted, and then the judge got a hold of her ass. Now they didn't even take the kids away, but maybe they should have. That was some stupid shit that she did. And the other woman, she's just as much at fault. For the boyfriend, you know, next time I would just recommend for him, if he gonna talk shit, at least he could do is be there to back his woman up. Because he could have stood in the way of that. But that's him, because I don't think I would. I know if my wife was talking shit to someone and I saw the security guard pulling out a stun gun, I'm going to let her ass get zapped. That'll teach her ass to talk shit. That's how this guy, you know, he could have at least talked her down or something. This didn't have to go as far as it did. Maybe the security guard didn't have to yell over because the kids, they really weren't doing anything. But at the same time, those two mothers didn't have to take it to that level either. Y'all get a chance. If you haven't seen the video, check that shit out. Now it's funny because when she got zapped and she stiffened up, she hit the door and then she hit the ground. She looked like a damn zombie from The Walking Dead. She was stiff. But y'all gotta check that shit out. This shit is funny. Peace.